Good morning, good evening, good night, everybody, wherever you are in the world, and welcome once again to another session of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Tonight we open up our scene in the heart of the cairn, as so many do, with Andrei Tarakumunti visiting the Fianna Theurge by the name of Chases the Storm. He comes with a request, and as he finds him in the umbral side of the cairn, he is laying back on his back, relaxing and sunning himself on a rock, enjoying the warm, sunny umbral weather.
Andrei walks into the heart of the cairn, making sure to check his environment to make sure where Chase the Storm is, and also to make sure he's not really interrupting anything like tending to the shrine to Great White Mouse or Chimera. And seeing that Chase the Storm is presently relaxing for all intents and purposes, he approaches the Right Master of the Scepter of the Green, getting within at least enough distance so Chase can actually hear him before he just simply clears his throat to, you know, show that he's actually there.
And he'll sort of twitch a little bit before slowly rolling over onto his stomach and sitting up, one of his ears lowered and the other perked up perfectly. He shakes his head a bit to wake himself up. Says, "Evening, Tarakumunti."
Sorry to disturb you, Raya, but there's something that I need your help on.
Of course. What is it?
I had a conversation with my totem spirit, Uktema. I asked them for advice for how to be more in control of the rage that I have, given how in recent months it has been more of a detriment than a merit or a strength. And they pointed me towards consulting Unicorn, or one of Unicorn's brood. Kotori is preoccupied with many things, and given how you are obviously the right master, I felt it would be appropriate for me to petition to you to help me speak to Unicorn.
Chases the Storm nods. You're asking to summon a very powerful spirit. I hope that you're prepared to impress her.
I know that Unicorn summoning any totem spirit, even a Jagling, is nothing to be done lightly. Summoning any spirit is not something to be done lightly. But considering everything that has happened, considering everything that could happen if I don't, I can only hope and pray that Unicorn can understand my reasoning and put me on the right path.
There's no spirit better suited to things of peace and harmony than Unicorn. But this is entirely your matter. I will contact her, but you must be the one to state your case.
I understand.
And with that, Chases the Storm is going to begin the rite of summoning. His way of doing it is much different than some of the others, where many will focus and relax or perhaps be more calm about it. Chases the Storm sort of revels in the rite of summoning, letting out many harmonious howls in the umbra as he does so. And eventually his sheet will load. Let's see. 5, 8. There we go. Difficulty 9. Or wait. Difficulty 7. Okay, 1 success on that, so that means rights. Comes eventually and is initially hostile. Okay. Um, in that case, there is a lot of singing and revelry, tireless howling and pleading for the attention of this mighty, mighty spirit. And eventually, you do hear the noises of hooves in the umbra. You hear there's more than one spirit approaching. And eventually, you're greeted by the two faces of this spirit in a very displeased looking pair of faces. The one pristine and regular unicorn, the other unicorn shadow, unicorn's more warlike counterpart. And unicorn stands before the two of you, chases, bows his head, and takes a few steps back to let them know who they're here to pay attention to.
And Andrei respectfully kneels down before both aspects of Unicorn. Mighty Unicorn, I have a problem which Octana told me you would be the one to speak to.
All right, state your case.
I am an Auroon. I was born under the full moon. I was born with more than the average rage that most Auroons have. To the point where, in recent months, it has become more of a detriment to not only myself, but those around me. I've been put into situations where the rage has overcome me and I've fallen into the worst kinds of frenzy. The thrall of the worm has overtook me more than once. Not only my packmates, but my warder and everyone around me has urged me to find a way to control this rage, to find a way to calm it. I have no other alternative, for I know that if I do not, I risk much. I risk putting my septmates, my packmates in danger. And in all honesty, knowing the things that I have done, even though the memory of it is hazy due to the rage, it still sickens me to my core to know that I have done harm to those who I call friends, to those that I call brothers. I have no excuse for my actions. all I can do is find some way to prevent it from happening again. Therefore, I petition to you, mighty unicorn. What must I do to control this rage? To use it in the way that Gaia intended it to be used?
This is a cause that can be listened to, but what have you done to deserve my patronage? What have you done for my cause? For the cause of peace, for unity?
I know well the stories of my tribe. I know that we have, in spite of our reputation, always pushed forward for a unified Gauru nation. We allowed ourselves to be the scapegoat for more than one event. We painted ourselves with the blackest of colors, so that the colors of the other tribes, the Silverfangs in particular, would shine brighter than ever. In spite of all the stereotypes of my tribe, in spite of all the personal differences that I may have had with my own warder, he, in his own words, admitted that I have been nothing if not loyal to my sept and to the Gauru nation, and that I, if not agreeing with him personally, agreed with the ideals that he fought for. If we are not unified, if we are not cohesive in our defense of not only our sept, not only our kin, but those around us, if we are not unified in that respect, then how can we call ourselves Gaia's chosen? I am a warrior, first and foremost. All those who have done evil to Gaia, all those who have done evil to Gaia's creatures, human, wolf, or otherwise, I have put them to the test, and if they have failed, they have fallen. But as I said before, in recent months, this rage that I have, it has been controlling me, not the other way around. And I feel if I am to follow the ideals which I believe, which I stand for, then I must take a step back and assess the weakness that I feel I have.
Very well, but those are all very ideal words, but what have you done? Have you... Tell me your history as an advocate for peace, for understanding, for protection of the weak. And Unicorn will look at Black Unicorn as it is that aspect that judges one's ability to protect.
It is also strange to say that you come humbly before us. You pay no homage. You barely ask questions. You claim that you were born with more rage than the average Arun, which is fine in and of itself, except you let yourself fall more to it ever so far, and yet you didn't stop. You did not seek help. You kept going.
I found the weakness. I was searching for the weakness, and I found it. It was pride. I thought I could overcome it. I thought I could find a reason for it, extinguish it from myself. But that was pride in and of itself. I've spoken with many spirits. Others tried to understand why.
And yet you learn nothing from them, because, as I've said before, you pay no heed to what you summon. You pay no heed to what you demand. You pay no heed to what you think is right. And yet, you think we do not watch. You think we do not listen. So, sister, what would you have this one do?
If he has summoned us, then clearly this is of the utmost importance, and in the interest of protecting those around him, we could put him on a trial period.
Potentially. What do you think?
In return for us assisting you, we ask two things. As a warrior, you are to protect those from the worm. You are to protect the weak. You are to use your skills only in the interest of protection. You are not to harm anything that is not threatening you or is not worm-tainted. Additionally, you are to help the tribe that I watch over, the children of Gaia, in their efforts for peace and understanding and unity. If I am to help you, you may never refuse to aid a member of that tribe or its kinfolk for any purposes that are not directly suicidal or of the worm.
I understand, and I accept.
One last thing, at least from me. Hurt so much as a mosquito, and you will fail. Is that understood?
Those are your exact words. And I understand them.
Unicorn will nod. For as long as our blessing is upon you, you will have to uphold these bans. We will watch you for 1 month to see if you are capable of doing this. And then the deal will be intact in its full.
But fail, and you will know our wrath.
Now, Unicorn simply stands there as if waiting for something. Andrei, if you want a perception plus empathy, perhaps you can see what Unicorn is waiting for.
Yeah, may as well. 4 successes.
Unicorn, well, it's customary to pay any spirit in Gnosis for its time, especially an extremely powerful one. Essentially, it's waiting for you to give them both some sort of
Okay.
tymnage.
Andrei, understanding this, doles out two chiminage, two points of gnosis for Unicorn.
And as the gnosis is accepted, Unicorn's horn and its hooves will glow just a bit. It will say, "That is our deal." And with that, Unicorn will retreat back into the Umbra.
And Black Unicorn will follow suit.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we will end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you another time.